Okay, hello and welcome to the weather update. It is 11:15 p.m. and we are looking at the latest radar here and on the storm as we're dealing. The worst of it is over, but we're not completely done with it yet. And we're going to be dealing with leftovers for a while. Looking out over Long Island, you can see most of the heavy snow's gone, and same thing here. There's just heavy snow in the extreme northwestern New Jersey, parts of the Hudson Valley, and over the Long Island Sound. And you can see the rain that is occurring also in the east of, looks like the William Floyd Parkway in Suffolk County. However, the worst of this snow is over. And we're just dealing with a lot of blowing snow. So it's still blowing around because of the winds out there. So we're going to look at some of the current observations here with the winds and see winter storm warning is in effect, and that's going to stay in effect until 6 a.m. tomorrow. And you can see we still got wind gusts in certain areas. Islip's still gusting to 33, 35 miles an hour at Gabreski Airport. And they're reporting light rain, 36 degrees. 36 at East Hampton as well. And if we go into Islip here, they're at 34 degrees and light rain and snow mix over there. Farmingdale, we're still dealing with light snow at 34. And as you head your way west, it's mostly light snow that is occurring. We look at the buoy observations. Looks like we're missing one now, but we have this one here. It's 49. A gust of 49 miles an hour at that buoy. So that's a pretty significant wind gust right there, still occurring at these buoys. And they've had some flooding along the Jersey Shore as well, particularly in Atlantic City from what I heard. So let's go to the latest National Weather Service and the latest snow reports. Let's see what the latest snow reports are. This is as of 9:37 p.m., the snowfall reports. And we're going to start in our area, and then we'll look at some of the other areas across the metropolitan area. So starting in the Bronx, 19 inches at Tremont, 14.5 at Fordham. So the Bronx is getting a lot of snow. Brooklyn also, 16 inches at Coney Island. In Manhattan, 16.3 at Central Park. That was as of 7 p.m., so they could have gotten a little more since then. Queens, Belrose, 18.5 inches. At Kennedy Airport itself, 11.7 inches, and LaGuardia got 12.7. So let's go look at Nassau County. So there's a report in Belrose of 16.6 inches. Syosset 15.3, Glenwood Landing 15.2, West Hempstead 14.5, Plandome 13.4, Port Washington 13 inches, Garden City 12.4 inches. And East Williston, this is the closest site to us. It's saying 11.9 inches, but that was taken at 4:55 p.m., so it could be a lot higher than that now. In Suffolk County, Smithtown, 14.6 inches. West Islip, 14.5. St. James, 14.3. Lake Ronkonkoma, 14.1. Manaville, 14.1. Shoreham, 14 inches, which isn't far from where we hiked the other day. 13.7 inches at East Northport. Upton, 13.3 inches. So the Pine Barrens getting a foot of snow, at least. Santa Merchant's 11.5. Comac, 11 inches. Islip Airport, 10.8 inches. And East Hampton, 7.2 inches. But that was as of 3:30. When you look at some of these numbers in Westchester, they're pretty high, like Irvington, 20.3 inches. White Plains, 18 inches. So the real jackpot is north and west of the city. Rockland County, Monsie, 22.2 inches. Spring Valley, 21.0 inches. So you're over 20 inches in some of these spots. And we look at northern New Jersey is where the highest amounts are right now. Gloucester, 22.4 inches, closing in on 2 feet. Westwood, 20 inches. Mahwah, 18.5 inches. So you see the amount of numbers that you're getting in that northern New Jersey area. Essex Falls and Essex County, 20 inches. West Orange, 18.2. These are the kind of numbers you're getting in these areas. Connecticut also dealing with well over a foot of snow as well in many of these areas. I don't have any wind gust reports yet. I'm curious to see if there are any wind gust reports, but we'll see if we can find any. Here's a graphic, by the way, of the latest snowfall totals from the National Weather Service. So here we go. So Central Park, 16.3 inches. Kennedy, 11.7. LaGuardia, 12.7. We've been through these already. And Islip was 10.8. So that's what this is what was posted an hour ago. However, these numbers will be probably higher than that. And some of the conditions here that we're dealing with here. So yeah, Arctic outbreak. Yeah, that's coming for next week. We got to deal with the snowstorm first, though. Let's get to the power outage situation. We've had a couple of like momentary like blinks here in Mineola. No actual outage, but it's probably due to the snow falling off the trees onto the power lines, causing that. 1,065 people without power right now on Long Island. So it's down a little bit from what it was before. Most of the outages are on the east end because that's where they've gotten the highest amount of winds. Long Island Railroad. I just heard, I don't know if they put it up on Twitter yet. Yes, they are restoring service to weekend schedule at approximately 4 a.m. tomorrow. So there will be service tomorrow, but right now they're still working to clear the tracks. And 2 trains are scheduled to run Tuesday before 4 a.m. The 3:45 a.m. departure from Ronkonkoma at Penn Station, and the 3:47 train from Huntington to Penn Station. Not the Babylon branch. That's glad to see that. But we'll get service tomorrow, hopefully. And I don't know about bus. I think Suffolk County bus, I think is let me see what they have. I think they're running tomorrow, so they will be restoring service tomorrow as well, but there'll probably be a lot of delays. What about Nice Bus? Let's see about them. Service is suspended effective 1 p.m. They don't have any information on that. What about NJ Transit? NJ Transit, South Jersey buses, Atlantic City Rail Line, and will operate on a regular weekday schedule. River Line Sunday schedule, HBLR weekend schedule, delayed starts on all of the north because they obviously got more snow. But hopefully eventually there'll be service in New Jersey as well as we slowly recover from this major snow event. And we're going to have a look at some of the roads across Long Island right now. We'll start in Williston Park here. You can see that snow is blowing around. It's not that heavy. You can see there's visibility, but it's blowing around. There's like this nasty snow drizzle mix out there. It's really nasty out there. And look, this is Jericho Turnpike in Mineola. Let's look at what the parkway looks like here. Camera's kind of covered. Can't really see it too well. How about this one? This one's a little better. So you can see here that we have... looks pretty clear, actually. A couple of cars on the road. Parkway looks pretty decent, actually. Looks pretty good. Let's look at some of the roads like Hempstead Turnpike. Let's try East Meadow. That looks pretty good, too. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad at all. Of course, as you go to the South Shore, it's probably even better, I'm sure, because it's the South Shore. So it could also be a little warmer there, too. I don't think so, though. Let's look at this. This is Belmore. Yeah, Sunrise Highway looks decent. So look at the camera moving, though. So you can see there's still some wind there. But up here, oh, yeah, I got to look at the expressway, too. So let's go ahead and look at that. The main roads are fairly... Here's the expressway. The main roads look pretty decent. It's the side streets. I shouldn't go back. There was a nice little... See a little blowing snow right there in front of the street light there. So still some blowing snow, still some cars on the road. Hopefully those are people that need to be out and not just going out because it's very dangerous out there. So we'll have more information. The actual complete snowfall totals probably by tomorrow night in tomorrow night's weather update. So right now we're going to take a look at the weather through after we deal with the storm, what's going to happen. And we're going to go to the upper air. This is the 0Z GFS. We have out to 198 hours, so I'm going to use the latest GFS and the 0Z on this, and we're going to look at the upper air. We're going to start with that here. So there's your big storm right there. This slowly pulls away this deep trough slowly, but you can see it just takes its time. And then here comes the big plunge as we get into the weekend. Very deep. Yeah, see, this is only going out to 18. I need to go out a little further than that. We're going to have to use the older run, the 18Z run. You can see that deep trough there. That's going to bring some very cold air as we get into Monday next week. It's really just cold air and possibly more storms, too, as you see. So it remains active. It remains active. So go to the CONUS view, and we'll look at the surface. Yes, I don't want to get too in depth here with the long range because we got the storm to still deal with. We're still going to be dealing with it in a weakened form tomorrow into tomorrow night. Then finally it ends. High builds in later Wednesday into Thursday. Next system for Friday. This will be our next chance of precipitation. Looks like rain right now. Then we get some cold air, and then here comes this next storm that we're going to have to watch. It looks like it just misses us, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. Might get a little light snow out of that. And then there comes the really cold air that's going to come in behind that, right out of the north. That's going to be a really cold shot of air. And if we get a little closer here, just to give you an idea of how cold it's going to get when we're dealing with that shot of air. Here we go into Monday, February 6th. We're not making it out on Monday. We're not making it out of the teens. And temperatures at night are going to be in the single digits. And that cold air settles in here. And lows are going to be in the low single. It's going to be very cold Tuesday morning. Low single digits and maybe even zero in some areas. And then for Tuesday, we only get into the mid-teens. So we're very cold and still continues into Wednesday with the below normal temperatures. Here is the situation. So this is for, as we go into tomorrow, you'll see the temperatures in the 30s, still 30, so we're a little bit below normal, all right? And so the snow that we got on the ground is not going to be going anywhere very quickly. It's going to be sticking around. And then we warm up a little bit on Friday to near 40, and then Saturday, here we go, we get cold again. So we are definitely in a deep freeze situation. As far as folks in the coastal areas of New Jersey, they didn't get that much snow there. I'm gonna see if there's any information as far as Ocean County goes. The snowfall. Oh, here we go. Current snowfalls total. So this is the Mount Holly office. Let's see what they've gotten in Burlington County. This is parts of southern New Jersey. So Florence 6.3. Camden 5.5. These numbers aren't that bad at all. That's what we've got. But you see, as you go north toward Mercer County, which is closer to central Jersey, is 9.5 inches. And Middlesex County, is part of central Jersey. New Brunswick 18 inches. Port Reading 16.5. Perth Amboy 15 inches. That area really got slammed. And that's not a surprise. That would happen. Monmouth, too. Union Beach 16 inches. Holmdel 13.5 inches. Keyport 12 inches. And Morris County, that's the highest number that we have in our area right now. Mendham, 30 inches. That was reported at 7:20 p.m. So they are over 2 feet, possibly, maybe making it to 3 feet in some of these areas in Morris County, New Jersey. Ledgewood, 26. So they really got hammered. But when you look at Ocean County, Toms River, only 2.6 inches as of 4:30. Bayville, only 0.5 inches. But you go up north a little bit, Brick, 5.3 inches. Jackson, 7.3 inches. But not a lot of snow for them. So there's a huge variation in the state of New Jersey. So I'll provide links to both of these actually in the description below. So let's go look at our precipitation. No, let's not change stuff. Let's look at our precipitation here. We'll look at the GFS first. So there's your storm right there. And you can see it just kind of sits offshore. We're in light rain and light snow showers tomorrow. And then it finally moves away and we dry out Wednesday. Finally, we're done with it. And then the next system would approach Friday. That would be a rain system. All right. And then Saturday, we get a break. And then Sunday, we have to watch this other system right now that is offshore. And like I said, I don't think the 0Z is going to go far enough out. Let's see how much of the 0Z we got. Oh, we've got enough of the 0Z to go out now. So here's the system here on the GFS, and you can see, looks like a rain system right now. And it just looks like there's not a lot of, which is kind of surprising because there is cold air, but apparently, let me look at the temperatures here. There's a bit of a, what it is ahead of this Arctic front will be a push-up of warm air, so that might keep it all rain. But that storm's a ways away. We'll have to keep an eye on it right now. Not going to write it off just yet. We still have to wait and see what happens with that. So move this back to this. We'll look at the NAM model. There's the NAM 12 kilometers are all zeros. This is a 0Z run as well. So you can see here the light rain and light snow over us tomorrow. And we could pick up another inch, possibly from that, as this low kind of just, that's what's make this storm so significant, is that it's just such a slow mover. And, you know, when you have an inch an hour and it's snowing for 15 hours, you got 15 inches, you know, easy, you know. And then if you have 2 or higher snowfall rates like those, especially north and west of the city, then you could get 2 inches an hour, and so you double that. Now you're at 24 inches. So that's what we're dealing with here, and this is the system for Friday. NAM not as warm as the GFS here, so this is as far out as it will go for Friday, but it could still be a mix of rain and snow, particularly north of the city. So that is the next one to keep an eye on. That'll be our next chance for precipitation. So let's look at the HRRR, and we will use the 0Z HRRR because it goes further out. We go tomorrow. You'll see that scattered precipitation. However, HRRR thinks that it's going to be warm enough during the day. They would just be light rain showers. But then, as you get into the afternoon, temperatures start dropping, and then it would be light snow showers. But if we look at the snow growth here, this is the snow depth change here, you'll see that it's not really predicting a whole lot more accumulation here, maybe an inch or 2 more. We can look at the NAM too with that. Same idea. So I don't think we'll see that much more snow accumulation. I think most of the major accumulation is over, but it will take time to clean everything up. And that wind is still going too. That wind is still going. I can still hear it. Even in here, I can hear it. That's how bad the wind is out there. And it's, you know, you got to remember, when air is cold and when the wind blows, it has more weight to it. So that's another thing that you have to deal with as well. So I guess we'll go to the skies. The next thing we'll do, obviously, tomorrow we'll have plenty of clouds around. Maybe we'll start to see some breaks Wednesday afternoon. It's not until we get into Thursday that will start clearing out and have a good amount of sunshine, I think, before the next batch of clouds rolls in with the next system on Friday. And then after that's done, hopefully maybe we can get some sunshine on Saturday and Sunday. But other than that, I mean, you know, it's going to still be kind of nasty tomorrow. It's not going to be a great day at all. I do want to look at the ICON model too as well, which is another model we can use for this storm as well. It's pretty much all in agreement here. But the ICON does go further out. So this would be the storm for Friday. You can see just rain mostly, and then the next storm system kind of just misses us there. They don't connect. So hopefully it doesn't connect, because we got our fair share of snow today. You know, we went through the whole month of January with hardly any snow, and then boom, once the month changes to February, we start getting some snow. Kind of interesting how that all works, isn't it? It sure is. It sure is. Very interesting indeed. So we can look at that, and the wind. So I will just go to windy.com and look at the wind situation, see when these winds are going to start backing off, because we're still dealing with them right now. This is the current conditions. You can see worst of the wind is over the east end here. This is the wind speed. We'll just put it on wind gusts so you get an idea. You can see the worst of the gusts are over the east end there. If they're still gusting close to 50. As we get to 8 a.m., these winds should start backing off more. It's still going to be breezy tomorrow. Wind gusts to 38 miles an hour. Here we are, 1 p.m. Wind gusts to 31 miles an hour, but not as bad. But it could still cause some blowing and drifting of the snow. And then we'll start losing the wind on Wednesday. We'll start losing more of the wind as we head into Wednesday. And you know, so that's what's happening on that front. Let me go back to tropical tidbits, and let's look at the GFS here with cloud. Was I looking at the GFS before? This was the GFS, wasn't it? All right, I want to look at the NAM. Okay, so, all right, so first this is the GFS cloud. Okay, so you'll see here we got the clouds around for Wednesday, obviously. Thursday we'll get the more sun, and then clouds rolling. But I thought I was looking at the NAM, and I guess I wasn't looking at the NAM. This is the NAM. Okay. So this is obviously plenty of clouds tomorrow. We'll see if we can get some breaks Wednesday, but I think more clouds than anything. It'll be Thursday that we'll see the sun again. But it's still going to be cold, and the snow's still not going to be going anywhere. So, you know, be careful out there. I'm not going to look forward to walking in. I'll show you what it looks like out there, and hopefully they do a good job clearing the roads around here and clearing the train stations and stuff, because it is a mess out there. And as far as the power outages go, luckily it wasn't worse with that. We'll look at the power outages at U.S. one more time and see that Massachusetts is now actually painted yellow. So looks like there's quite a few outages in Norfolk County and Bristol County, and on the Cape too. 1,460. They're probably dealing with the wind now. That's probably why that they're dealing with more power outages. Whereas New Jersey only 860, New York 2,474, Connecticut 2,646, Rhode Island 3,148. It's nothing really crazy with the power outages. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as we feared. Mainly because it is winter. There aren't leaves on the trees. But if it was more ice involved, if the snow was, I mean, it was not a really light powdery snow, but it wasn't really a really wet snow either. So it was somewhere in between the two. I want to check one other thing. Oh yeah, the weather. Let me just go to this map, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So let's go look, see what's going on. And oh yeah, we got some gusts up to 45 miles an hour there in parts of Massachusetts. There, the Cape is probably going to see wind gusts. Probably closer to 60 miles in our Provincetown, especially. That's a bad place to be in the winter, let me tell you. So I guess that's going to wrap up this weather update, and when I get some more totals, I'll do another weather update sometime tomorrow. Not sure if it'll be in the afternoon or the evening. Leaning toward the evening, but we'll see what happens. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.